everybody, Sharon Dean from Embody Health and Wellness here in Hilliard, Ohio. Delighted to once again be partnering with Hilliard's Department of Recreation and Parks and their Healthy Hilliard program. Today is your lucky day because it's spa day. I know I've talked to a lot of you on email and on the phone, and you're really missing your pampering. You're missing massages, you're missing facials, you're missing a lot of the good stuff that you used to do to take care of yourself. And we as therapists are delighted to provide for you. While I can't do anything about giving you a virtual massage, I can show you a simple recipe to make a scrub at home. Now, for those of you who don't know about the different kinds of scrubs that there are, you can either have a salt scrub or you can have a sugar scrub. The difference is the granulation of either the salt or the sugar. Salt tends to be much coarser, much sharper in its edges, and it's great for rough patches in the skin to exfoliate, hydrate, and moisturize. But sugar is finer, so for sensitive skin, it's a little bit better and a little bit easier on you. And it has the added advantage because it's finer, particularly household sugar. And yes, I know you can get coarse or medium grained sugar as well, but for our purposes today, we're just going to be using what's around the house. So this fine-grained sugar that you use in cooking around the house has an added advantage of having glycolic acid in it, which is great for protecting your skin from toxins. While the salt will clean out the toxins from your pores and again hydrate and moisturize, that sugar scrub is going to be a little bit easier on your skin. And I have here just an example of the two different kinds of scrubs that you could make, the two different kinds of materials. So on my right are the salt crystals, which I put a little bit of the pink Himalayan salt on there so you can really see the difference in the granulation versus the fine sugar grains on my left. So if you can just see that, you'll understand that salt is coarser and it's good for some things, but for a broader use, I think sugar works just fine. Now, a couple of supplies you're going to need, of course, is the sugar. You're going to need an oil, and you can actually use a safflower oil, grapeseed, coconut, vegetable, even olive oil, anything you have around the house. But this is not an exercise in making a big product for lots of people. It's to your personal taste. So for my personal taste, I like a lighter oil, but again, it's whatever you have around the house. If you were to use extra virgin olive oil, it's a little bit more viscous. I'd use a little less because you really want the consistency of your final product to look like fluffy snow. So if I would just use this spoon to get up a little bit, you can see that it stands on its own. It looks a little wet, but not too wet, and you don't want it oily. Okay, so the other ingredients you're going to need are scents. So usually I'd be doing the scrubs with essential oils, which will make the scent last a lot longer, but most of us don't have essential oils around the house, so it's a great way to clean out your bathroom cabinets. So I found a body spray, Into the Night, which smells really good, a hand cream from Bath & Body Works, and a body cream, which is really light and nice, and that one is from, I don't know, I'm not doing an advertisement anyway, but it's a body cream that I have from called Invoke. So we're going to put these down here, so keep our ingredients handy. You'll also need 2 measuring cups. I like to use 2. If you don't have 2, that's okay. But I like to use 1 for the oil and 1 for the sugar, just in case I have to add more. Then I don't have to worry about like really drying out the cup that I use for sugar, or oil rather, and I don't really have to worry about oil getting into the sugar too soon. So 2 measuring cups if you have them, and then a couple of utensils that you'll throw away. Because, and I'm hoping that you're going to be recycling things like I do, the spoons that you use to mix things tend to retain the smell a lot longer. So if you're going to use your own utensils, you really have to wash to get it off if you can. Or even, your wooden mixing spoons, the smell will leach in and it'll just stay there. So it's better to use spoons that you can throw away. So I'm recycling a spoon that I got from restaurant takeout, support local, and also I have a wooden spoon that you can also use to actually take out the right amount to put on your hands when you're done. So try not to scoop your hands in, and especially if you're sharing it with other people, it's always good to just scoop a spoon in it so you're not contaminating it. Not that everybody carries something in the house, but even your skin oils getting in them, it's going to change the consistency of it. So it's better just to use a wooden spoon to spoon it out. Okay, so I've got my ingredients here, and I'm just going to literally use a half a cup of sugar. Now, for home use, this probably would last you, if I used it every day, probably a week or so. So you can have probably 10 uses from what I'm making here. If you don't want to make that much and you want to experiment, just pare it down. So what I have here is a half a cup of sugar to a quarter cup of oil. So 2 parts dry to 1 part oil. So if you want to go a quarter cup of sugar and an 1/8 cup of oil, you can do that too, just to kind of experiment with your scents. So let's pour it in. Pretty easy to do. Let's do that. Grab your spoon and just start stirring. Now, I put just a hair less than a quarter cup of oil because it's always easier to add than it is to take away. So I'm just mixing it up, which is pretty easy to do. If I were doing a large quantity, I'd probably use a mixer because it really, you have to really stir it a lot and really work the oil in to the sugar to get the kind of consistency that you want. All right, so that's about it. That's actually what it should look like. Let me just pour a little bit. I'd rather mix it up just a little bit more. Now when I put my scent in, that looks pretty even. So this is really what you want it to look like, the fluffy snow that I told you about. And this is what I just mixed up here. So we're not quite done yet. Now I'm going to add my scent. So let's do this body cream so you can see how using the cream might change the consistency of the scrub. Now I'm only using just a little bit, just probably a half a spoonful. Maybe this is like a quarter teaspoon. Okay, so I put it in just like that. And again, you want to use a spoon so that you're not contaminating it with your own skin oils. Okay, and now I'm going to take my clean wooden spoon. Well, actually, I can still use this. I'll use this spoon because I'm going to throw it out anyway. So the larger spoon will just be easy. So now I've mixed that in pretty well. That smells good. It smells like traces of the body cream that I put in, but I think I'd like it to be a little more aromatic, okay? So we're going to spray some of the body spray in. Just a couple, maybe 3 or 4 spritzes. Now that's better. So the spray sometimes is good because those droplets are going to distribute a lot easier in the mixture than the cream. Okay, so that's really good. Now at the business, I have done other scents like pomegranate mango. So actually using pomegranate scent there. So it changes the color a little bit. Depending on what you use, your color might change, but you always want to aim for that fluffy snow. Okay, so again, you can just look at it just like that. Really kind of stands on its own, but if I were to take some of it, it's not going to be oily on my fingers. It'll be a little wet, but it's not going to be oily. These scrubs are great for putting around the house. So I have a scrub that I keep by my kitchen sink. I can actually use the sugar scrub in the shower because it's going to be great for your lips and your face. It's really gentle. I can use a sugar scrub to really scrub out grease and dirt that's on my hands. So if you're doing gardening or fixing anything in the garage, your bicycle or your car, changing the oil, whatever you want to do while you're home in quarantine. So it's really just kind of all around great product. And again, it's going to exfoliate, it's going to hydrate, and it's going to moisturize and generally relax you. So that's today's tip and fun thing you can make. That's your spa day from those of us at Embody Health and Wellness. If you like what we do and you like the kind of products that we make, please do like us and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And also, please, if you want to leave a review, I would be happy to take $10 off of your future massage or future skincare service. So Sharon Dean from Embody Health and Wellness saying thank you very much. And thanks again to Hilliard Department of Recreation and Parks for giving me the opportunity to share this with you. Till next time, bye.